know what time it is. I want to start this off by apologizing for my absence last week. I had an issue with the sound on the podcast, so I couldn't put it out. But what's going to happen is, and Brian ain't here with us this week, so we're going to just put that discussion again for next week. I'm going to re-record it, and we're gonna get Brian on for next week for the next week's podcast, and I'll put that out or whatever. Man, what the fuck did I say to offend y'all so goddamn bad? Man, they took that shit offline.
I wonder. I'm curious. Was it a person or was it YouTube? I'm thinking it was because I've been thinking about this because we ain't never had an issue. You know what I'm saying? So I've been trying to figure it out. I think it was YouTube. I think we used the F-bomb too many times. I think that was the episode where we was talking about in reference to where when we said we're not talking about the film, we're talking about the way people are. I think that was a strike. We had a few strikes in that video, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think we talked about something else that that was, you know what I mean? We might have just used a couple of just.
Bro, words. I thought we said that shit in here. The episode that was that episode. Yeah. Never mind. I lost my mind for a minute, y'all. Yeah. I just got it back.
Because I almost got it mixed up too. Because I was thinking that the one we did outside.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But that's the one I didn't post.
Right.
Exactly. So yeah. Well, anyway, we got one of our videos taken down. I don't know if it was. Well, it definitely wasn't next to because we were showing too much. Maybe the topic was too raw. Maybe the words I was using was too raw. Y'all think the shit I say is too far-fetched? Somebody let me know that shit in the comments if I be talking crazy in these videos. And I don't mean by crazy as in, fuck it, whatever your definition of crazy, and help me out with that shit. So I know I need to tend to my goddamn mouth. But anyway, on the better news, what's been happening with you, bro?
Goals on top of goals, man. We just working, man. Trying to get better, trying to make more money, man, so we can fund our ventures, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna start seeing videos everywhere.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And merchandise and shit, just like I said, I'm proud of this shit, man. Did that show last week.
How'd it go?
Man, it went good, man. They was out there, I had it was a younger crowd, man.
That's even better.
Ass, man.
That's better when it's younger because that's who you need. That's what you need for your audience.
He said, man, you showed them youngsters how to do it. He said, you got back out there and showed them youngsters how to do it. Because, they wasn't, most of them, they got like 4 or 5 people and they didn't have a stage just like in the middle of the dance floor. So they just out there and they kind of look more crunk for them because
you right there.
You know what I'm saying? Because they got more people.
Yeah.
But when I'm by myself and then everybody sit down because they don't really know me, but you still up there rocking that hoe like you Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying?
It's the confidence and all that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The experience and shit. So, and I told them straight up, I said, I know y'all don't know me. I'm an old nigga, man. I'm knocking some dust off, you know what I mean? Yeah. So,
So. Got them giggling a little bit and shit.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of business ventures, he had a show or whatever. But my girl, she had her first fitness class, and it was a success. Everybody came out there and busted their ass. She created a logo. I'm gonna put her Instagram page at the bottom.
Did that shit quick.
Down there. Yeah, bro.
Who wound up going through with them shirts?
Bro, trust me, you don't want to go there.
Yeah.
The only reason she got them shirts made is because we needed them that weekend. She wanted if the shirts ain't out for sale yet. She was playing with a design. I drew a design for her. She liked it. And she needed a shirt for herself. She's not doing apparel just yet. She want to get some traction with her name and get herself out there. Whatever. So that way when she do decide to go to apparel, she can make big amounts, big sales or whatever. But the place we went to, bro, we paid I think $90 for them shirts.
Right.
So nigga, you ain't fit to go out there and just buy 3 shirts for $90. That's why I said that place ain't a place we go get them made in or whatever. She went there only because nigga, we need them hoes. They make them in an hour.
Right.
You take your design up there, they give them to you in an hour. So
that's dope.
Yeah, and and it's quality too. It's high quality shit. Like the stuff they do is good, but if you trying to sell a bunch of shirts, I think their best deal they have is like 12 shirts for like $250. But it's like, nigga, I gotta sell this shirt for $40 to make any kind of profit, and it's a plain T-shirt that you ain't gonna sell for $40.
Yeah,
whatever. So I wouldn't choose. I forgot their names, so I ain't gonna put them out there. I forgot or whatever. But she got the shirts made, did the workout. Y'all looking for somebody to help y'all train? Then hey, she your girl. She did that thing. I went out there. I was the assistant or whatever.
So what's the name?
Blessed Beyond Fitness.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's like I'm trying to make capital B's and put them backwards. That's what it looked like. It don't look shit like my fingers looking right
That's
now.
beyond fitness.
Yeah, her Instagram name.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she gonna call it or whatever. So, and it was a success. People came out, worked their ass out. She told their asses up. You hear me? I got to just watch and take pictures.
Yeah.
I wasn't supposed to do that shit.
Yeah.
She wore their ass out. But then the crazy part about it is, man, everybody went through with it.
Right.
Didn't nobody quit. Everybody showed up and signed. Everybody said they were gonna show up, showed up. Whatever. So y'all looking for somebody to work out with.
That was dope. And I like that. I think I really like that, and I tell people about that all the time. We're gonna get that motherfucker when we take a break. I like when people put stuff out there and it hit the first time. That shows you got a good support system.
Yeah.
That shows that people around you like you. You know what I'm saying? It makes me feel bad because when you have to work a little bit harder, then that makes it seem like that people don't gravitate towards you easily. You know what I'm saying? But I always like to see people, because my cousin, she do that shit. She do party setups.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, she be booming like a bitch. She do like 2, 3 parties, 4 parties a week. That's a lot of people that fuck with you, bro.
Yeah.
She do them banners and shit.
Yeah, because I know you make money doing that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Even if she ain't, I know she doing some work, and you know what I'm saying? If it ain't just killer profiting, it can be there if she start charging, because I don't think she charging people like how
it should be.
Yeah, you know
she charging people still based on the fact that I'm trying to get out there. So
you know what I'm saying? But it can be some heavy shit, you know what I mean? I just like it that people really support her, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it ain't even really this kind of...
Bro, they supported it was crunk because I think I talked about it during the wintertime. Like the area where we live at out there in Forney, they support the fuck out of each other. The wintertime had a motherfucker making spaghetti for the whole neighborhood. We had a motherfucker chopping up wood and delivering the shit to people that ain't got electricity.
Yeah.
We had motherfuckers delivering plates to people who ain't got electricity, all within Forney. So you had to be part of the Forney page to even know that this was happening. Whatever. So when I seen them, I'm like, man, this is crunk. Them same people from that group that I'm talking about, that same Forney page, hell, they posted my girl workout. So some of the people that was there wouldn't even know them.
That's what I'm saying. See,
what else is that? They tighten it over there. Like I don't like Forney or whatever, but it's hard to leave some people. The only reason I don't like Forney is because it started off small. That's when I liked it. It blew up, which is cool. It's still not bad, but it's the fact that they blew up, but they didn't build roads to make up for the people that came.
Right.
Whatever. So it don't matter what you do, it's gonna be some fucking traffic. So that's why I don't like it. And then all of that, a lot of the stupid shit been going on out there.
Yeah. That's why I
hood
said
niggas.
I put that on there months ago, man. I made that comment. It's like, shit, it ain't no part of Dallas-Fort Worth that ain't ghetto no more. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? You everywhere is the hood, because you got these Section 8s that's being available in a lot of different, you know what I'm saying, neighborhoods.
Check us out.
Yeah.
So, my girl, her ex, he lived in a real nice neighborhood, right?
Right.
This is some funny shit to me because they started allowing Section 8 live over there.
Right.
The crime rate started raising a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the kicker. The crime rate was committed by the people who ain't on Section 8. None of the Section 8 people getting in trouble. But then, they can still twist the narrative and like, look, when Section 8 came over, the crime went up. Yeah, because ain't nobody gonna be thinking like, well, who did it? They gonna be thinking like, fuck, I told you when they came out here it was gonna rise.
Conspiracies are real, man. Like, they could be somebody out there like going around doing that shit so they can blame it on that just so they can get that program.
It ain't them kind of crimes. This nigga got stabbed in the yard.
Oh, wow.
2 niggas got shot on 2 different occasions.
Yeah.
Whatever.
What about that shit that happened? Dude got shot in the damn parking lot.
Was that in Forney?
Yeah, dude, it was in the church. He was a teenager, 18-year-old.
I don't know about that one. I know about the one that just happened in Forney. Dude got shot in front of his house. That was over there by her ex. Like, Mark was looking out of his window saying, damn, the police over there.
That's great.
And then it popped on my phone about an hour and a half later and then got shot over there. I'm like, God damn.
Right.
I'm like, Mark, I can tell you what happened.
Yeah.
And then
they stay across from the school.
Kind of.
Yeah, I think
whatever. And then not even a week later.
Yeah,
Mark, like, I see the police lights again. I like, hey, man, somebody over got stabbed to death. He's like, yeah, because they putting the caution tape out and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn. Mm-hmm. And this is one of the best neighborhoods in Forney. Like I said, you see crime rates rising and Section 8 came. But then when they did it, like, well, the motherfucking people that's doing it ain't Section 8 people.
Man, it's amazing how blocks to separate. You know what I'm saying? Class.
Yep. Yeah, it's a damn trip, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like even out there, but once you cross over the railroad tracks, it's like you got real nice houses. You cross over the railroad tracks and you got some woo.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, that's crazy. Them fucking railroad tracks right there. But really, honestly, the freeway split up the good side from the bad side because we ain't had no issues on our side. You know what I'm saying? And our side, not even considered the real good side.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? The side that where all this shit happening at, that's where all the super expensive houses are.
Right.
Them real big ass ones.
Right.
And whatever. On my side, we decided they kept electricity. We didn't have no blackouts during that winter storm. Our side, crime rate ain't been the only thing we've been having for crime rate is motherfuckers jumping the fence to go swimming.
Yeah.
That's it.
Over there.
That's it. Yeah, that little pool, that's it. That's the worst thing that's happening over there. But the niggas across the freeway where the big nice houses are and shit, them the ones getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Whatever. Niggas getting robbed over there and shit.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's just like, well, motherfucker.
Right.
You don't know what to do.
All right, y'all. We coming to y'all via $800 goddamn phone instead of our computer today. So we're gonna take a quick break.
BRB. All right, y'all, we back. I forgot to mention the episode in the beginning part again. This is Re 46.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll call it Re 46. What I mean by Re 46 is because the first episode 46 that we had, YouTube decided that my shit was inappropriate and took it down. That's what they said. This post is inappropriate.
But I don't know, bro. You know,
I don't care who did it. I don't care how it happened. It's just the fact.
This is what I want to happen. If you put a strike against the video, come forward. Just let us know.
That's the point of social media. You can hide behind the keyboard. That's the whole point of it. That's the whole fucking point of social media. You can hide behind the keyboard.
I want to know. Let me know.
Whatever.
No. Before we get into that, I finally thought of one topic that I was going to think of. This one topic.
Let's get it.
You know,
It got to be right quick. It can be whatever. Nigga, they don't even know what this is.
And I already know what you going to think.
Uh-oh.
What you going to say.
Well, I'm already uncomfortable now.
I already know. But what do you think when you really get that feeling like, this motherfucker think they better than me?
Rephrase the question for me.
Have you ever got that feeling that a person thought they was better than you?
No.
What do you do?
Well, okay, I can't say I've never had that feeling. Hell, try to get whatever confidence he got.
Right.
Whatever, because he may not feel like he's better than me. I just may think he feel that way because he may be better than me.
Right.
Or whatever. Maybe that motherfucker ain't even thinking about that shit. He just acting himself, and the way he's acting is better than the confidence that I have in myself. I'm like, this nigga think he's somebody. You know what I'm talking about? This nigga think he's somebody. That nigga ain't even thinking that shit.
That ain't what I thought you was gonna say though.
But
that's what I thought you was gonna say. Like I wouldn't give a fuck what they say. I wouldn't give a fuck.
But if you say I think I'm better than you, yeah, I don't give a fuck about that. But what I'm saying is I can't. For me to think that he think he better than me, it got to be something for me to think that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't get close enough to people to think. If I feel the energy is off between us.
No, but look, you got to think about it. You taking it in context. It ain't just a male thing. This could be anybody.
Yeah, I got you.
You just like, you talk about mom. She like, why you do this? Why you do that? Okay, that ain't even, why you think you, because you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep. Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like,
I don't mean it in the male, female. I'm just saying in general. Like, if our energies don't match, I don't give a fuck what you think.
Yeah.
I ain't got time to be worried about if you think you better than me. Because if you think you better than me, you thinking some dumb shit. Because you probably feel inferior to me some kind of way,
right,
or whatever. But either way it go, if our energies ain't matching, I ain't fucking with you.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? That can be in any kind of. If I feel like you too fucking soft, you know what I'm talking about? Like I don't feel like you just soft as shit. Like you a yes man. Right. You would do what anybody tell you to fucking do. I can't trust that either because if I need you to do something, then you may be trying to do it. But then when somebody else asks you, you don't know how to say no to nobody. So somebody ain't gonna be fulfilled, but you owe everybody something.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? So I can't trust you.
Right.
If you just say yes to every goddamn body. You know what I'm talking about? If you got a big ass circle and you a businessman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? That's when you have big circles. It's business people.
Right.
Because that's how you make your money. You can't have no one or two partners in the business trying to make some money.
No, I asked. I just wanted to see your take on it because sometimes I think, I don't know. Like you, I guess we'll talk about it more when we talk about the 5 things that irritate us, because it irritates me. Because sometimes,
Bro, they wasn't supposed to know that was a topic coming up next week.
man, we can give away topics. That's a teaser, man. Damn, shit.
He probably right.
Hey.
Right. I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
That's so they might want to tune in for that next week. Oh, I'm gonna tune in for sure. Yeah. But just like,
man, that was good, nigga. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm sorry.
This is my boy, man.
I'm sorry.
But look, because sometimes I just think that, if people catch you in the wrong time in your life, then they go based on that, and then they be like, oh, this motherfucker need to get their shit together. You know what I'm saying? Or they need to, and you be like, damn, that ain't even.
Yeah, that's human nature. We all do that. Like, you got a motherfucker might be going through some shit, but we don't know he going through some shit. All I know is whatever shit you going through is fucking me up.
Right.
I can't fuck with you. You know what I'm talking about? And that's gonna stand probably the next time I see you, and you're not going through that shit. It ain't nothing bad against you. Right. But if you want to hang with us now, you got to show me that you a different person and you was going through some shit. Right. Because we all go through the shit, but we don't want nobody else to bring our shit down. If you my partner, you going through some shit, I know what you going through. So whatever the way you acting, I was like, yeah, he going through blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. But if you just somebody I know of and you snapping one day, like, nigga, I ain't got time to put up with this nigga here, blah, 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 blah. Like, for example, let's like, man, you get into a big ass argument over, fuck, you didn't wash your girl car and it turned into a battle between us two. You clearly going through something. Right. I'm talking about, because I know better than that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, it just, like I said, it depends. Now, if it was another nigga that turned a car wash into an argument, I ain't fit to argue with that nigga. For what? Right. For what? You don't get my time and energy. I ain't gonna ask you what's wrong. I'm just gonna go walk my ass off.
Nah, I was thinking more lines of the people who, think I feel a certain type of way because of material stuff, or maybe talent, or maybe even looks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Maybe shit. I'm bigger than you. You bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? And just all type of stuff that, like, opinionated things. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's why I like that Army commercial. It said the world equally distributes, this or that, but they don't equally distribute, opportunity. And everybody's path is different. You know what I'm saying? So that makes some sense. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody the same shit.
Everybody got a different path. So it's like, we all can ultimately go there and look the same. We can. That'll be the dream. Mm-hmm. But it just takes.
But that'll never happen because it ain't two people the same.
Exactly. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I was saying that the other day. Who the fuck was I talking to? They was comparing a situation to somebody in the Bible, and I was like, well, let's just say Joseph. Let's just use Joseph, for example. If you know the story of Joseph, he worked with his brothers under his dad, but he was the one that always told the dad everything.
P. John, what's up, bro?
The dad, all right now. The dad used him as a snitch. Like, hey, go tell me when your brothers ain't working hard. Right. He'd go out there and tell him, like, yeah, I told dad y'all wasn't working hard, because he didn't mean anything by it. Yeah. I'm just letting you know. Mm-hmm. Like I told him. So anyway, they sold him off into slavery. He went to slavery, and he worked with the top of the general of the army or whatever, got to work with him and took him out of slavery, and he worked in his house. Right. Well, some bad shit happened over there, went from working in his house to jail. Then he became the guard over all the jail. Then the guard over all the jail, he became the next man to the king. And then people were like, yeah, that's a good story for Joseph. But what if your ass ain't meant to be Joseph? Right. What if you one of them other niggas that was in the jail during the story? Everybody not the same. Yeah. Everybody don't have the same path. So you can't use that one man's triumph and say that that's the path for everybody. Because it's not. I might have been one of the other niggas that watched this nigga come up. You know, my role in the story could have been one of the niggas in Babylon that didn't make it out. Yeah. Where the fuck? I might not relate to one of these people that you're giving. It ain't nothing bad against. Yeah, that's a heroic story. Yeah. But Superman is too. Yeah. Wolverine got some good shit. That's just not my role.
Oh, y'all like that, huh? Y'all like that, huh? Y'all ain't think my boy can get that deep, huh? When he didn't think he can dive up into that. You know what I'm saying? But what you want to talk about, though?
But yeah, I want to get on. Hold on, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so I made a post. What if I said, "Can an ugly girl be fine too?" Whatever. The reason I post that shit was because me and my girl literally had a beat your ass argument about the shit or whatever. Okay, I gotta tell the story like it is then.
Yeah.
I was roasting her because her hair was looking fucked up. Whatever. So I roasted her like, but you fine though. She's like, how the fuck I'm ugly and I'm fine? I'm like, and I looked at her.
I was just gonna ask you, like, why was she getting that? Because I think you were talking about somebody else, but you done threw your ass in the goddamn
Let me go ahead and explain the story right quick. Or whatever. So I'm thinking like, and she looked at me like, how can you be ugly and fine? I thought she was playing.
Yeah.
And I was like, she's like, no, for real. I'm like, you for real? Like a motherfucker can be ugly as shit. Ugly ain't got shit to do with shoulders down.
Yeah, we know what. Yeah.
No, I'm explaining how the story went.
Yeah.
I'm like, fine is from her down, pretty is from her up.
Yeah.
You don't control pretty.
Right.
That's your mama and daddy.
Right.
Your mama and daddy did pretty.
Yeah.
That's how you got pretty because of them. They ain't got shit to do with you. Fine is what you did.
Right.
Fine is that shit you doing at the gym. That shoulders down. Yeah, you fine, but if your face look like something, hey, you still got a body. T.I. said that shit, nigga. I can't see her fucking face down there.
Right.
All I see is ass in her.
Right.
That's the fine part. You know what I'm talking about? So it ain't fine and ugly ain't the same thing.
But you got to think about it, bro. We the one that came up with them words, so they don't know what the fuck it mean. They think they know what it mean, but you know, we should know that they didn't know what it mean when they started calling niggas fine. Oh, girl, he fine.
Right.
Come on,
but
bro.
what I'm saying, if you seen the post, it was probably more women on there saying yes than there were men commenting.
Yeah,
Mostly women was like, yeah, you could be fine and ugly at the same time. You ever heard of butterface and all the other kind of crazy shit? Like, that's exactly what that means. But these are women saying this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, women know too.
Yeah.
Because they heard us talking about their ass. That's where it came from.
But everybody does that. Let's get this clear right now, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Fine is in regards to your body.
Shoulders down.
You know what I'm saying? And pretty and ugly, that's your face.
That's what I said.
It's just simple and plain.
You heard it here first if you never heard it before.
If you never heard it before, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes, you know what I mean? And so...
Yeah, but it was nobody on that post that said, I've never heard this shit before. Everybody was like, yeah, duh. Nigga.
Yeah.
I was like, tell them, like, look, I'm trying to explain this shit to Karen right now, what the difference is
That's
between...
that old Arkansas ass shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go there.
Nope. Yeah, probably, you know what,
I
maybe
know
it
some
is.
people from down there. I've been to Texarkana, been to the border and shit, but I've been through Arkansas, but I never
stopped in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, you ain't missing shit. I mean, what you
I
gonna
like
do?
to be around everybody.
Put your hands in some hot water?
I want to be around people so I can say.
Well, if you know the people, you're going there for a reason, then yeah. But I'm about to say, if I didn't have anybody in Arkansas, I think I'd be all right if I died and never went to that motherfucker. Like, no lie. I think I'd be all right if I died and never went to that motherfucker. You know, I think I'd be cool. But we talking about social media and shit. Like, where does attraction come from when people start these? Matter of fact, let me take a break right quick, y'all. Let me get something to drink. My throat getting dry.
Yeah, we're gonna get some.
And I don't want nobody laughing at me when I start choking and stuttering and creating words. BRB. All right, y'all. Here we go. I'm gonna pick up where we left off at before we stop. We actually took a real goddamn break that time. That wasn't the fake shit. But anyway, how do social media just take shit and run with it? Like all of these new facets of fads that are coming out, it's like I seen these motherfuckers bashing people trying to lose weight, and it had like 20,000 shares and shit. By people losing, by how people losing weight are just puppets, and people believe in that shit. Of course, all the people believe in that shit are fat people or whatever. But how you gonna shame me for trying to lose weight, trying to exercise? How the fuck is that back? When did that become some bullshit?
I seen a post today. I shared it. It said social media killed real life, man. You know what I mean? It killed real life and real emotions. And
I agree. I go with that.
I guess it even just. Like I said, it kills me because that's where I see a lot of I tell you about the trends that pop off. Mm-hmm. And I don't mind something trending, but I mean, damn, I think each person's supposed to be unique. You know what I'm saying? To have some type of character about themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's
separate them from everybody.
Yeah, to separate them from everybody else. And everybody thinking the same now, bro. And it's like, and everybody doing the same shit. That's some stupid shit. You see what they doing to the baby? About them comments he made.
That niggas, I haven't heard it, but I heard what he said.
Yeah.
And bro, I'm so scoot over a little bit. I'm with that, man. Like, if this is how I feel,
Right.
Any apology from me probably gonna be fake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and y'all ain't calling it that shit?
Yeah.
Like, y'all made Kevin Hart apologize for some shit he said 12, 13, 14 years ago. Like, what the fuck is that about?
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, it was a joke that he made.
Right. That's what gets me, and that's what I think. Like I said, I keep bringing up the damn video that ain't that got took down because I want to know where we went wrong, and maybe because I think we used those words. You know what I mean?
What you mean where we went wrong? As people?
No, what we went wrong is speech. We can't. It ain't free no more. You know what I'm saying? We gotta
watch what you say.
You know, and it's sad because as bad as you want to be that type of person to be like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say what I want to say.
To a limit. Everything is to a certain limit.
It's gonna cost you, just like the baby. You know, he lost Lollapalooza. You know what I'm saying?
Man, okay. Here's the thing about that. I'm pretty sure it affects him, but at the same time,
no.
He know he got a strong following right now from true people that really say, like, people that hate fake ass public apologies. So he picked up a strong following that. So with that, he might venue into something else because his album sales ain't gonna stop.
Well, I feel like he said some type of fake ass apology, but this is the loss to Lollapalooza was after he lost the clothing deal. You know, he had just got a clothing deal with this. And I never heard of him before this. Boohoo, man. I guess it's kind of like the male Fashion Nova. They got some tight shit on there, bro, for some tight prices on there. You know what I'm saying? So, we're going to check them out or whatever, But he lost the deal with them. And it's because they might agree with what he say. They might not give a damn. But publicly.
Public eye. You know what's crazy? It might be more people that don't give a fuck about what he said then there are people who do give a fuck about what he said. Why? Because the people who don't give a fuck are worried about the people who do. It ain't even for you. Like I've heard people say, "Oh my God, that was offensive what you said," and the person who heard it said the same shit in a different surrounding. Like, how you ain't really offended by what I said because I done heard you cuss before, so you ain't offended. You just think that somebody else is offended. You know what I'm saying? And it's not, you ain't doing so, you just acting up. So now people just say they offended about some shit that's supposed to sound offensive. But at the same time, that's why I'm saying you can't have people in your circle that fuck up your energy. The baby, then I sound retarded when I call a nigga the baby.
That's his name.
Well, yeah, it just feel funny, the baby. Like, how do I call you the baby? Can I just call, and I can't just say baby because that shit don't sound right either. So I'm left with this awkward. What's the nigga's government?
I can't even tell you.
Mr. the baby. Man, like I support you, man. Here's the thing with me. I can't feel the pressure. Everybody can say, "Oh, if that was me, I wouldn't say shit either." Everybody can say what they would do. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to say I don't give a fuck about that shit, but when motherfuckers snatch $1 million out your pocket, you might come up with an apology.
I mean, you gotta start thinking about that type of stuff. Like you said, everybody like different, man. This man got a such square foot home. Now, granted, I might barely be at this motherfucker because I'm always traveling and making money because I need to pay for it and I need to take care of all this other stuff. Yeah. So I can't afford to take no hits at the end of the day based on follow the leader. Not because, like I said, I'm going to still have my genuine fans and rock with that and probably still be doing all right for a little bit. But who wants to live like that? Who wants to go back to that? You know what I'm saying?
But I think an apology at this point would probably hurt him more than help him.
I seen something about it. I hope it ain't true because I don't think it would, like you said, I don't think it would even matter. So I think people need to stop apologizing, especially for shit that they don't mean, because that softens the apology. Exactly. That weakens the apology. The apology
not only weakening the apology, bro, it's weakening us as people.
Yep.
Sorry to light one on y'all. Yeah. It's weakening us as people, man. People are offended by any goddamn thing.
Right.
I like orange soda pop. What the fuck you mean you like orange?
Right.
Like niggas are, like we are literally right now divided. Hold on, y'all, right quick.
Yeah.
We are literally divided as a people right now. Like, really, the country is divided over a vaccination. You know what I'm saying? People are like, oh, well, it fucking makes a difference. Like, we ain't been divided over no other motherfucking vaccinations. We ain't not heard hollering about, oh, you ain't get a flu vaccination. You can't come to my store. We ain't divided over that shit. I know a bunch of people who don't get vaccinations, period.
But that's the reason I don't feed into no topic, bro. Because I always feel like it's fed propaganda or whatever, might not be the right words, but look, it's fed to distract us. It's fed to control. It always got to be a right side and a left side. It always got to be this versus this, that versus that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think these things are always put out there to keep us distracted from. I mean, one thing from maintaining in your life. You know what I'm saying? Keeping up with the economic system. You know what I mean? Being able to function and see what's really going on out there with our livelihood and stuff that's on the back end. Because you worried about, them releasing Bill Cosby, and now they finna talk about releasing R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, stuff that it matters, but not to the degree we take it. You know what I'm saying?
Shit ain't gonna affect you.
Yeah,
it matters, but why does it matter to you?
Right.
Got you. That makes sense. But I'm just saying, social media is like people blame social media, and here's the thing. Social media is meant to be a tool. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that, like, before social media, you didn't know everybody's thoughts. That's why more people got along back then. But now, now that you know somebody disagree with you, you don't like that motherfucker now.
Right.
I'm talking about,
and that shit, and that feeling lasts. It ain't just like a temporary thing.
Yeah.
You know, I can't say one thing one week that you might disagree with. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then next week,
be cool about it.
Yeah.
Niggas ain't like that shit, man.
Shit, they like shit.
Them niggas shooting over.
Yeah.
These niggas is shooting over opinions. Like, no bullshit. And this, like I said, we blame social media, but look at the motherfucking shit that's happening. Like, social media is meant to be a tool.
Right.
Bottom line, it ain't meant for all this other craziness, but that tool, like I said, now is being used to, I don't think it's no individual's fault for all the shit that's happening on social media, like the people who invented it, all that shit there. It's more along the lines of us. We are the catalyst behind this shit. The first motherfucker to get mad at some shit that you say and they cuss you out, that disagreeing with one person is not the same thing as just going off. People going off on another post that ain't even yours.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? I personally, I don't unfriend. I ain't gonna say people. I've unfriended one person. Because I don't give a fuck if you like my opinion. If I unfriend you, that means I gave a shit.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? I unfriended one guy or whatever, and that's because he was just too fucking, in my opinion, I ain't gonna say he was too soft. In my opinion, he was a soft cat. You know what I'm talking about? On 2 separate occasions, he asked me about some shit that I said on his post or whatever, and it wasn't nothing offensive. Like, the second time he asked me, oh no, the first time was he was lifting weights, but I always roast him about lifting weights. Because me and his wife was deployed together.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? That's how I know him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So me and her are shit talkers. Like, happy birthday shit. I mean, I'm talking about, like, there's nothing nice said between us two, and that's the love that we have for each other. Because there's nothing nice said. It's shit talking. So,
and that's military protocol.
Exactly.
There, ain't it?
Right, pretty much.
Right.
So with him, you know what I'm talking about? He damn deadlifting 600 pounds. I'm like, oh, that's baby weight. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? Shit like that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? He hit me in my inbox, you know what I'm saying, like, hey man, do you have a problem or whatever? Because every time I noticed that you always say something negative. And I told him, like, nah, I'm just talking shit. It wasn't nothing big because you doing big things. When it has 600 pounds ever been like?
Right.
If I can do it or not.
Right.
Or whatever, which I could, or whatever. But I'm saying, whether I can do it or not, that's heavyweight. Mm-hmm. Or whatever. So that was one occasion. Then the second time what made me unfriend him was he had said something along the lines of these Karens out here making statements and blah, 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 blah. And it was in support of Trump or whatever. And he know that I'm against him. You know what I'm talking about? So when I put LOL, ha, 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 he said, hey, man, I don't come on your post making fun of it. I know we have different views, but I don't want you speaking negative on my post. I was like, man, I was laughing because you called them Karens. That shit it was when it first started happening.
Right.
It was funny.
Right.
I wasn't speaking on your comment. You clearly made a joke by calling them Karens, and I'm laughing at the shit and you offended. So I just unfriended him. I like to say, I'm like, look, bro, me and your wife are cool, and that sounds bad, so I don't want to be cool with a dude's wife. But I knew her years before he met her, you know what I'm talking about? So it's not like, me and her don't chop it up. You know what I'm talking about? I tell her happy birthday on her birthdays on Facebook, and she'll tell me happy birthday on my birthdays. Every now and then we'll say something on the post or whatever, you know what I'm talking about? But we always talking shit or whatever. So, but with him, I unfriended him for her. You know what I'm talking about? I'm cool with her, so I'm just going to unfriend you because I don't want me to have to get over there and start talking shit.
I used to be that dude, man. That shit crazy. That's funny. That dude that get offended by stuff or that take things wrong or didn't like the way people come in and shit. That's probably why some people don't come in now, because I didn't come in back or I didn't, react to something. Man, that shit there, I don't know. You got to be going through some of your life, or just real insecure, or just I don't know, bro. But like you said, it's a social media problem because in person, maybe that wouldn't have been like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If those interactions, but because they are on a computer and they're not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Perceptive. Yeah. Just like text. You ever been texting somebody and that shit just go all the way. You like, man, this shit here. Let me call this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. But it's crazy. Like you watch these movies these days, that shit becoming a reality. You know, you watch them movies where it's like a virtual reality, but they're really living life inside of a video game while they sitting in a chair, whatever. But their whole life is in the game.
Yeah.
That shit is pretty much what social media is right now. Motherfuckers got a whole persona on social media who they are not in real life.
Oh, yeah,
and arguing about this shit.
That's a persona, and that's a pet peeve to me. If you are like that in real life, I support you wholeheartedly. I'm on all your shit.
Right.
If that is you in real life, I'm with it. But if that's not you, oh man, I'm all against it, and I'm like, get the.
Especially once you find out this whole ass nigga.
That's a big ass turn off, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but damn, I was gonna say something, man. But yeah, man. So the whole social media thing, in general, like you said, it's just it sucks. You know what I'm saying? It take away from a lot of shit because shit. But
people lose friends, and all it is a fucking opinion.
Right.
Like we wouldn't even have had this issue if it wasn't for this.
Right.
Because you would have known all my thoughts.
Yeah.
You talking about? So that's kind of a good and bad thing, but at the same time, it's just like, but nothing bad would have happened between you two. You still would have been cool. Everybody got along even with different opinions.
Yeah.
Before social media.
Yeah.
Now, when opinions clash.
Yeah. Oh, that was the point I had. I was going to say, I treated people like, I feel like since people are so real life with social media, then how you treat me on Facebook is how you feel about me in real life. So if you don't like none of my posts or if you don't fuck with me on social media on Facebook, then because you on here, I see you on here. I see you fucking with other people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some motherfuckers act like this high school. You know how be back and then how you had this crowd, but then this crowd don't fuck with and then you just walk by. It's like you see these people, but it's only because y'all in the same building. They don't really
fuck with you. So that's like you see me right here, but you ain't fucking with me.
Yeah.
So why am I gonna fuck with you?
Yeah.
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 Okay. I can feel that. Yeah, I can feel that. But that would be weird in high school. You ever see somebody same concept, broader picture?
Yeah, they should.
Like you see somebody in high school at the school, y'all walk past each other like it ain't shit. But then we see each other at fucking Walmart. Hey, you want to go to Walmart? Like, we ain't talked. Niggas walk past like you always do.
Right.
You know how many other motherfuckers shop at this Walmart that go to the same school we do? Right. So I guess in social media, it's kind of the same. But I don't take it that way. Hell, I don't really think about them. I'm trying to think. I don't feel one way or another if you go past my post and like them or don't like them. I don't think I feel one way or another because I can think of 1,000,000 times, 1,000 trillion billion, where I done fuck around and laughed at a video, shared the motherfucker probably, and never liked that motherfucker. Right. It wasn't nothing against it. It's just I'm just scrolling. You know what I'm talking about? So I don't think to hit the like button. Sometimes I do, but. And I hate that shit. Because I'm pretty sure that happens to us on our videos a lot too.
Right.
Because especially with battle rap. I'm a huge battle rap fan. And I never liked the motherfucking rap. Right. I just never do this shit. It ain't nothing against it. I mean to.
Right.
And for y'all that I've watched the video and then give you no like, I'm sorry.
Right.
My bad, player. But I'm just saying, like, maybe that's where they at with it. Maybe they just ain't thinking about it. Oh, so shit, Super at the club doing this show. That's crunk.
And people don't know. They so ignorant about what they use, and you know what I'm saying? They don't know the algorithm that anybody that you commented on, you really was helping them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You really was
that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel bad.
The more they friends can see, you know what I'm saying? Because that's another thing, too, that what I had to grow up and realize. Everybody's not seeing your posts. It's the way that it's set up. You know what I'm saying? It's algorithm. If you haven't had no interaction with them in the last 30 to 60 days, then
they shit gonna be you got to scroll for a while before you come across one.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I mean, if you do at all, you know what I'm saying. You might have been friends with somebody at one point, and then you unfriend them. Then when you refriend them, y'all friends, but you don't see their posts because you have to actually go to their page and click follow in order to see their posts. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, damn.
I mean, sometimes even with new friends, if you don't click follow, then shit, you're not gonna see their shit. So then it make people like, so what else we got, man?
We go take a break, but yeah, y'all see how all of this shit is leaning toward these retarded ass fucking teenagers, because that's pretty much who's running the fucking world right now.
Right.
Teenagers feel one way, and everybody got to cater to the shit. So we're about to get in. We're gonna break this up. The next topic is about how teens are dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Here we go. Meat and potatoes, main portion. Y'all see we've been pretty much talking about youngsters. Because when you mention social media, it's old motherfuckers on there. But I think these youngsters are running shit, but they get to express their feelings too motherfucking much. Probably because they're allowed to fucking have feelings. And that's some retarded. But it's kind of, like I said, with social media, we didn't have access to everything that these youngsters have access to. You know what I'm saying? So they grew up way faster than we did.
Yeah.
Regardless of how you want to look at it, they have to grow up way faster than us. We were probably, when I was 7 years old, and my brother was 5. I'm 2 years into him. I was 3 years older than him. Yeah. So anyway, a 7-year-old and 2 5-year-olds. If you've seen that today, that group, a 7-year-old boy, 2 5-year-old boys, walking on side the freeway, you'd be like, what the fuck is going on here?
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? Oh, if we crossing the freeway, you be like, what the fuck is going on here? And then you see them same kids walking in the liquor store full of crackheads. Crackheads all over, you know what I'm saying? They hang around the liquor store. Out there, you go in the liquor store with a note to give to the damn to the cashier. Mm-hmm. Note saying, hey, I want fucking Virginia Slims, fucking blah 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 blah. Yeah. I'm buying cigarettes for my granny. Right. Tell them with this note, and I bring the motherfuckers right back. That shit can't happen today. You know what I'm talking about? I was walking, like I said, we literally crossed the freeway over off of Dolphin. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? From walking from Culver, which is the first street off of Dolphin when you get off 30. Mm-hmm. Culver, we cross over that bridge and go down to Jiffy. It used to be Jiffy and Bilo across from each other. But that's where all the cluckers hung out at and shit. Yeah. We used to go down there. We knew them goddamn cluckers. We didn't know anything bad about it. We just knew them niggas were weirdos. Yeah. Now, today, you can't do that because the news is everywhere. Mm-hmm. You talking about? I didn't know cluckers was crackheads and they'll snatch your ass up and kidnap you at any given moment because they don't give a fuck about you. They worry about their next hit. We didn't know that shit, so we thought we was cool, laughing at them and pointing and laughing and going up by candy and tearing our ass. Once you see what these motherfuckers do, which is news now, you have to stay away from that shit. Right. So now can't nobody react, can't nobody do the same shit that we did as kids because we know that motherfucking 2 houses down is a nigga that was raping girls 3 years ago. He's just out of jail now. Yeah. That shit, we know that shit. We didn't know that growing up. So today's kids, they have, trust me, I'm not defending these stupid motherfuckers. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, they have a lot more access to shit that they not ready for yet. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't ready to know that what the world has yet. You ain't prepared for that. You might think you are, but you growing out of your childhood quick as fuck. Because you know what the fuck is out here now. Because now you sheltering yourself, and now that's why all these video games, like we said earlier, fucking people standing in the house on. Cause when we was little, you do your homework, right? Mm-hmm. Go outside and play. Your mama ain't home from work yet. Right. You can't do this shit no more. Right. You can't go outside till your mama get home. But when your mama get home, she gotta check your homework. Damn, she gotta cook, and by the time she get through cooking, it's dark. She ain't got time to go outside with your ass. Mm-hmm. So there are no kids outside playing anymore, right. Because we can't. Because we know now that kids are getting snatched up by the nigga next door. Right. So you can't. So they just have it differently. But, God damn it, there's a huge but. The way they be talking to their parents sometimes.
Yeah, they grow up to smell themselves like they fucking been
street. And my thing,
their whole life.
I think I think that it's how you act outside. I got you. There are always different influences, but how you act in this household, that's up to you. Right. Like ain't now one of my kids talk back to me. I ain't saying that they can't grow up and come back and try it. They might try it once or twice, but you better shut that shit down the first time. You know what I'm saying? They might. Every kid push the envelope. Oh, I want to be quiet. Oh shit! Right. I didn't think that was bad, but now I know not to say anything. I'm not going. First of all, I'm not going to say be quiet again, right. Or anything worse. Right. Anything that means be quiet. I'm not going to say none of that shit. So that just knocked off 40 different slaps right there. I might get slapped again with something different that I didn't know better than. Right. But I know I can't be saying no stupid shit around my mama. Right. You know what I'm talking about? But then Today, they don't do that shit no more. I ain't gonna say no more because some parents are still about it. Because my kids, yes sir, no sir, we laugh and joke and they talk smack. Well, you seen them or whatever. But there's a level of respect you got to have in your household when it comes to these goddamn kids. You can't let them just say what the fuck they want to say.
I read a post. I read some shit
They lying.
somewhere. Yeah, because social media or some bullshit. But I might have seen it somewhere. I don't know. I think it might have been on like Google or something. But it said that look at the difference in them cameras, man. That is ridiculous. I gotta get my shit
Gangsta.
Somebody said, man, your kids or a child or a person, no way, how you try to put it, they are a reflection
of you,
of the household they grew up in, or they spent the most time in.
To a certain age, but I'll go with that because you gotta think about it.
Yeah.
Like for example, I'm gonna use perfect example. I know of two kids, two teenagers, raised under the same roof, same mom and daddy.
Right.
Nothing different, but them motherfuckers are completely different.
Right.
The reason I'm gonna disagree with you saying is because when you get to school and hanging with kids, you got a whole new set of influences. Now that's up to you to determine which influence you're gonna follow. The route that your parents are trying to teach you, or you go follow your homeboys. You're gonna do a little bit of both. But how far you go off with your homeboys versus what your mama taught you, that don't mean that they're not teaching you any less.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? Now, if you act up in the household, I'm gonna blame that on your parents. Right. But when you are, and the only reason I can speak on that is because I don't want to talk about that here, but I gave you an example earlier of the situation happened that with me. Right. You know what I'm talking about? So kids these days, they are totally opposites. You know what I'm talking about? One of them respectable, can I do this? And blah, blah, blah. The other one is, ain't nobody help me do shit and blah, this, that, and the other. And it's like, nigga, y'all grew up the same. Neither one of you lived in the ghetto. Right. You grew up under the same goddamn parents. How the fuck do you feel like the world owe you everything and you appreciate every goddamn thing?
Some kids feel like they was treated different than
of course, all of them do, because they don't blame themselves for their own actions just yet. And that's the discussion that we had was like, well, y'all do this for him. But when I did it, it's like, okay, talk to them same kids and ask them to give you examples. I bet they ain't got none. Every example they go give will be some shit that the other one didn't get caught doing. Mark, he was doing some of the same shit that I was doing. He was doing, but he didn't get in trouble for it. Well, I didn't see it. I seen you doing it. So how the fuck am I punish him for some shit that I didn't do? Right. Maybe you should learn from him on how to do the shit and not get caught. Right. You know what I'm talking about? It's always somebody else's fault. Right. That's why they be like, well, you treated this one different from me. Nigga, no. Right. Your parents love you. They don't want you to see, no parent want to see their kid fail. Right. They don't want to see you fucking fail. But if you get in trouble for the same shit 5 times, for example, you can't do the same thing for both of them. One of them might feel entitled, but nigga, you don't deserve it. Good example right here. This ain't a real example. It's just a fake example. Right. If I let you borrow my car, you brought it back with trash and shit in it. You can't borrow it again. If I let Mark borrow my car, he bring it back, it ain't nothing in it. He probably didn't put no gas, nothing in it, but it still look the same. I'm gonna go let him borrow my car again and say, just put some gas in it next time you come back. Wow. And he probably gonna borrow it again. But when you ask, I'm gonna tell you no. He like, well, you told him yeah twice. The difference is you brought my shit back trashed. Right. He didn't. Right. That's why he getting more. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't gotta tell him to go take the trash out. He's here. Can you go take the trash out? You got an attitude about the shit. Yeah, nigga, you getting treated differently because you're getting treated based on your own actions. But you don't want to take responsibility for your shit. Right. You just want to say, oh, y'all treat me different. But yeah, you're kind of right. But why? Why are you being treated differently? Right. You know what I'm talking about? They don't owe you shit. You know what I'm saying? But kids today, they feel so entitled to every goddamn thing. Oh, yeah. Like, don't nobody owe you a motherfucker. Okay, imagine this. I'm in my partner's house. Whatever, we can really leave or whatever. And we was having a discussion with their kids or whatever. And I'm just being a third ear. Or whatever. And he talk about how his mama went and got something done that cost money. I forgot what it was, on vacation or some shit. Went on vacation or something that cost, it's a decent amount of money for a vacation. Mm-hmm. But when he needed the money, she didn't give it to him. Right. What the fuck? What kind of shit is that? Right. Like how? So, nigga, you grown. You ain't even live there no more. Right. Hold on, I ain't even got to the kicker yet. You grown. You don't live there no more. You asked your mama for some money, but she went on vacation instead of giving it to you. You 19 years old, out the house in college on your own. Nigga, she can't have a life yet? Now, most people be like, well, maybe he should have, you still got to take care of that kid to a certain extent. Okay, now let me address you people. Here's the thing. he went in a completely different route than what she told him to go. She told him, hey, go to this JUCO. It's gonna be cheaper here. Take all your prereqs. Then once you're done with that, you go to university. I got you the whole way. I'm gonna take care of you. You got a place to come home and eat. You ain't gotta get an apartment. Just do it that way. That way it's less expensive on everybody. Mm-hmm. Fine. And he said, nah, I'm gonna go straight to the university. And she said, hey, don't do it. It's gonna be expensive. You gonna be on your own, nigga. I ain't paying for that shit. Right. And he said, well, I got it because I'm gonna do this, and this, and I'll be able to cover it. Right. Got up there, like I just told you, asked for some goddamn money because you can't cover it. Now you mad because she didn't give it to you, nigga. You can't go down a fucked up ride and expect somebody else to support the shit. Right. And if they are supporting you, they ain't fit to pay for it. Like, I told you to do this and you told me no. Right. But you want me to give you money because you fucked up over there now? Mm-hmm. That ain't how the world turned, bro.
Yeah, like you said, going back to what we were saying earlier, not be contradictory. Shit. Another made up word. Okay. But look, hell no. But look, everybody got a different mind frame. Everybody is different. So hey, shit, they one kid, even though they grew up in the same house,
mind frame is different. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's something that glitch in his brain that make him. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, hey,
until he figured it out.
I'm a big firm of letting kids
figure that shit out.
Teenagers, like you let them do them for a few years, man. Let them do them, as long as it takes for them, because they all gonna get that.
Smelling themselves.
Man, they all gonna smell themselves, man.
Bro, mine didn't. AJ, he did, but different. It wasn't nothing disrespectful about the way he handled any of the shit. When I told him to go this route, and he said he wanted to go this route, he explained to me his plan. I told him it was fucked up, but let me know. I got you.
AJ had a cool life, bro. AJ didn't grow up all stressed out and shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's a good kid, bro. Y'all did good. I don't know, bro. You're just lucky. You just gotta, you hit the jackpot.
But I'm gonna tell you what worries me. Because there's always one. If you have enough kids, there's always one that's gonna fucking wear your ass out. I just don't know which one it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna happen with AJ maybe when he get older, or if Amari gonna run into that I smell me stage, or if Trinity gonna be the one to start talking back later. I don't know. But I already told Amari and Trinity, the moment you feel like you come here and talk back, you ain't gotta come back no more. Don't come back to this motherfucker.
I think if you just talk to your kids and stay in your life, and maybe if you talk to them when the situation ain't heated, hey, let them know, hey man, y'all ever get to feel like y'all won't talk to me like that. That's just like punching me in my damn eye, and I'm gonna hit back, and I don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
We don't have this discussion.
You know what I'm saying?
And both of them like, oh, never did. I seen your level. I'm like, okay, you say that shit now. When you get mad and you older, you gonna feel like you can try something. Right. And I'm like, don't do it. Don't do it.
Bro. I don't know. Right before we started doing this, bro, my daughter was staying here. My youngest daughter, and shit. I tried to help her, and then that situation just. Went to a different, and then now she don't talk to me. And her birthday was a few days ago, bro. I ain't even talk to her, man. You know how hard that is for me.
Can't imagine, bro.
You know what I'm saying? As a father, you know what I'm saying? And I know, so it's rough,
But here's the kicker, man. Like even with us growing up, here's the thing. I wasn't disrespectful or whatever, like I said, because I was raised a little different. Or whatever. I ain't gonna say different. I was raised like the rest of us at our age. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't disrespectful, but there were things that I wanted to do. You just gotta know how to approach it. You know what I'm talking about? Like I said with AJ, he just approached it differently. He just like that. Okay, I know everybody telling me that's what they want me to do, but this is what I really want to do. This is what I'm gonna do. Right. Like, all right, nigga, shit. Right. Fuck it. I think I'm like, nigga, but I'm gonna tell you right now, you got this much time. If you need help to ask me, and you can come down here and stay with me. But you're not gonna come down here and stay with me when your stuff failed, and now you need to stay. Nope, that's not how this cookie crumble, pal. And he didn't even ask when it failed. He was like, "Yep, I know better, so I better find another route to fix this shit." And that's what he did.
Doing an excellent job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like that makes me proud.
Right, and it's like shit. I say just salute to him because see, these kids out here, bro. They, like you said, they choosing these paths and they going down these roads and shit like that, man. They don't have to go down the roads, man. They don't have to.
Not at all.
They don't have to, do the shit that they do. But it's like I don't. You know what pisses me off? They wasn't raised like that, bro. We didn't
That's
raise
it.
them like
That's
that. Like,
just it.
you know what I'm
That's just
saying?
it.
Like, you know, like you said, we went from having to walk to the goddamn store for people to now, shit, there's a car in the driveway for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can. I'm taking mom if she needs. I mean, the situation is different. They grew up on the fucking in the house on the computer at school or doing activities. You know what I'm saying? You had the fun.
Yeah.
So why you want to grow up to talk to me and treat me and do that and be out? Like I say, it's just so like with me having 4, then they each got different mamas. They all gonna be different, and I have to know that. You know what I'm saying? Everything gonna be different. Tia's disabled. She's gonna be like that probably for the rest of her life, whether she become healed or natural or nothing.
To a certain extent.
And to a certain degree, we always have to watch her. She always gonna live with us. Jay, you know what I'm saying? He's the oldest next to Tia. He's gonna be 18, and we'll see. You know, everybody want their kids to go to college. I don't think my kids going to college. I don't think they got it in them.
You ever thought about trying to talk them into going to the military?
I don't think I had the power to talk my kids into nothing. I think I say anything I say to
Well,
them.
y'all will put it in his ear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Here's the thing about that shit to me. Put it in their ear, so even when it don't happen, they can be like, damn, my daddy was trying to tell me the blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Damn, shit, my daddy told me blah, 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 blah. They might not listen to none of that shit.
You're right.
But later on, when they click, they might need your advice. And like, yeah, you told me to do this, this, and that. That's what I should have done. You told me this time, so it'll click later. It sucks waiting until they turn 37 or 38
right.
to wait for them to understand the shit. But that's how long it took for us.
Right.
And a lot of shit that my mom and my daddy said didn't make sense or whatever until I was put in that predicament.
Right.
Or whatever. And that's just it. These kids ain't been put in a predicament for none of this stuff to happen. So just like us, it went in one or out the other. The difference is they disrespectful by theirs. You know what I'm talking about? Us, we listen to them and yes ma'am, yes ma'am, yes ma'am, go back and play our cartoons and play our games and
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? It went in one or out the other. But then some of that shit stuck, but we didn't catch on to it until we was put in the same predicament. You got kids now.
Right.
Now you see some of the shit. That's why I give parents, like a lot of oldest kids, a lot of and you got brothers and sisters?
I got one little sister.
So you the oldest?
Yeah.
Okay, so you feel like shit was rougher on you than your sister?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
definitely. So
a lot of kids that are first born feel like life is rougher. And I got a good explanation for that shit. It was. That's just the bottom line. For every kid that was born first, unless you're an only child. If you got brothers, 9 times, I ain't gonna say the oldest one gonna be the most successful, but he probably had it worse than the rest of y'all. And the reason I say that is because parents, as a parent, you don't know what the fuck you doing for your first baby. Mm-hmm. You don't know what you doing. You guessing. So whatever went right with you, they did it with everybody else. Wherever they fucked up at with you, they not gonna do that shit no more. Right. So like, oh shit, we can't leave them in the room for 4 days at a time.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? So
it can be a lot of different things.
But that's what I'm saying.
It can
regardless.
be the fact that one's a boy, one's a girl. It can be the daddies. It can be.
Bro, even with boys and girls, I feel like that's supposed to be different though.
Yeah.
I do. And people be like, that shit ain't fair. Like I treat my son, I give him more than her, not on some. It is more on he's a boy, not to look out for my daughter, but more along the lines of nigga. This is how you need to learn how to treat a woman. Right. And for my daughter, I cater to her not like in a way because she know how to cut the grass, she know how to do all of that. She know how to do everything. But I like to open her doors for her so when they come around the time, she know how. Because I hate how moms treat their sons.
Right.
Mamas, y'all treat y'all boys exactly like the shit you don't want in your own man.
Yeah.
You want your son to be a mama's boy, but you wouldn't hook up with a mama's boy.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? You cradle the fuck out of this little boy, but you don't want a man that's cradled to his mom. Y'all didn't let them boys grow up, and then they treat their daughters how the son should be treated. Right. A man don't mind dating a woman that live with her mama. Right. That ain't a huge. I ain't saying it's gonna be a positive point, but I'm saying that ain't a huge turnoff. Right. Because he's supposed to have his own shit anyway. Right. But ain't no woman gonna want to date no man living with his mama. Yeah. Them boys need to be the ones you trying to man up and get the fuck up out the house. Yeah. Because what house is he gonna be a leader for if he know he can come back to you whenever he fuck up? Right. And he gonna keep doing it. Right. Nigga be 27 years old. I don't think he gonna be complaining about that nigga selling my house. You let him be there.
Well, I don't know, bro. I'm kind of mixed up right now on what I want people to be like because I'm kind of. Like you say, I'm with what you saying about that, but then I was saying something recently. I heard something. Yeah, it was saying about parents. Some parents hate their kids, bro. Some people treat their kids like shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like just from cradle to the grave. And
that's why I say I don't mean everybody. Don't mean everybody.
Yeah.
It's always an exception to every rule.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Always an exception.
Yeah. That's why I was saying, like, I don't know what I like. Damn, like, it's kind of like hard that people cater to their kids and kind of give them too much and too much leeway. But damn, shit, it's kind of almost better than
no leeway.
Shit,
tossing
them.
Your
you
ass
know
out.
what I'm saying? Trashing them all the time and being them just.
I heard that shit, bro. That's aggravating as fuck too, boy.
You know what I mean?
That's aggravating. You be talking to a 6-year-old nigga. You stupid than a motherfucker.
Yeah. But then that shit.
Yeah, he's dumb. He's 6.
Yeah.
But I bet you he could tell you some shit about some Roman numerals.
Yeah.
some
fucking shit your ass did
some
variants. Be doing, you know what I'm
saying? He can read out of a book better than your ass can probably. If you dumb enough to say that shit out loud in public to your kids, you probably didn't do good in school. No. I stand by that shit.
Now, it's a lot of people, man, that treat their kids that pretty rough, man. You know what I mean? Or treat them different. So, you know, that's why it's kind of like important to try to understand the actions of some of these little fuckers, but it don't, like you say, don't justify it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You just try to see where they coming from, but that's why I don't like. I'm all, you know. We ain't gonna talk about that. We gonna get into that. But like, I don't think that kids should have kids. You know what I'm saying? And if they have a choice to fix the mistake, they
have
should,
an abortion. That's what I'm trying to say.
They should keep. They should
go for it.
You know, because that's the problem. We wondering why you have 16, 17, 18-year-olds snooping around my house and this and that and doing weird shit, trying to rob me, trying to do this. That's because their mama is 30.
They mama older to be their home girl.
You know what I'm saying? And they somewhere that they ain't got no business. You know what I'm saying?
They probably sneaking to somebody else shit. They probably helping them, hell, goddamn it.
And they ain't always a piece of shit. They either one or two things. They either probably in jail or on some bullshit or ain't got shit. Or them motherfuckers probably successful as hell, living a whole different life, just don't want nothing to do with this motherfucker because, you know what I'm saying, that's a part of my life. That's something I shouldn't even been doing, but now I got this, you know what I'm saying?
I still think that makes you a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah. That definitely certainly does. But what can you do about certain things?
No, there's a lot of shit you can't do nothing about.
Yeah.
But you gotta title that shit, though.
Yeah.
You gotta get that shit a title so we can separate that from the shit you do give a fuck about.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But like, just kids, man. And it's crazy because kids in those situations respect their parents more, not in a good way, but more in I'm chasing my mom's approval because she don't give a fuck about you. Right. And that's crazy because when the mom is there for your ass, you don't give a shit about them. But the ones who don't have a mom spend their life looking for the motherfucker.
Right.
So people who got them, man, y'all look out. I mean, determine your own actions, man. People take responsibility for yourself because that's where it coming. That's where it coming to play about teenagers pointing fingers at everybody else because you're not taking responsibility for your own shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything is everybody else's fault. Every fucking thing is everybody else's fault. No, nigga, what did you do to get caught? Well, they shouldn't have been looking. Nigga, you 16 living in my house. I'm looking through your phone. Mm-hmm. Bottom line. Yeah. Either that or you ain't gonna get one. You ain't getting one.
Right.
But if it ain't like you working and paying for it, and even if you were, you're not working and paying for shit under this goddamn roof.
Right.
Bottom line. So yeah, I'm gonna look through your phone to make sure you ain't doing nothing stupid. Because if you are, I'm taking the phone from you and you out of that stupid situation. You can do all that shit when you move out.
They had like it appalls them that you try to protect them, that you try to do the right thing. What the fuck you supposed to be doing as a goddamn parent, as a person?
Right.
That drives them crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Looking out for me and shit.
Yeah.
I don't need you. Yeah. And then as soon as you pull your hand back, you didn't even help me. Oh, you said you don't need me. I see you on social media. I did this by myself. I don't need no help. Solo dolo. Then 2 minutes you make that post, you calling your mama asking for money. Mama, can you go pick this up for me? Mama, can you come pick me up? I thought you was solo dolo, nigga. Right. Thought you was riding this shit by yourself. You don't need no goddamn body. Yeah. So what's the phone call about? Everybody needs somebody.
Right.
Ain't nobody at this bitch solo. Sorry, y'all, light went off, but we still bright enough. You can see some of my blemishes and some shit that I be faking.
I think, man, that shit, you know.
Shit, you know. That's what he meant.
No, I want to say, you know, if I could tell people something, I would tell them, in my opinion, don't stress, man. You can't do nothing. You know what I mean? You gotta, sometimes you gotta not want or wish it on, but you be like, man, I'm gonna just sit back and wait on this motherfucker to hit that
rock
wall,
bottom.
you know what I'm saying, or whatever it takes for them to come on back around and never pull this, you know what I'm saying, stunt with me again, because I don't know. Like I said, I'm already preparing myself for it, man. I know my kids are different. I know they're kind of bad. They're kind of cocky. They're arrogant. So I'm not gonna stress it. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you gotta look out for yourself. You owe it to yourself. What did you ain't do nothing wrong.
You know you gave it your all.
Come on, man. You can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be proud of yourself, man. And shit, you ain't even really gave them time to soak up them achievements. You know what I'm saying? Because everything happening so fast. They growing up so fast. So you know what I'm saying? You get them out of school. You get them. You know what I'm saying? They still alive. They breathing and shit. So you trying to soak all that up and you know what I'm saying? So you don't give yourself a break. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You're not responsible for how they want to think. Especially when they get outside of your house.
If you know you instill, I'm telling you right now who the good parents are. The good parents are the ones that's worried about not being a good parent.
Yeah.
Anybody else say like, damn, I just don't think that I'm good. And anybody said that shit's probably a good parent.
Right.
And that's not taken away from the ones who said, I know I did my best, fuck them kids. That's not taken away from y'all. Because a lot of y'all done your best and fuck them kids. You know what I'm talking about? To a certain extent, I mean, because you can't, like I said, you can't control their actions. And their action ain't doing nothing but causing you heartache.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? So to a certain point, you got to a certain extent, you gotta let that ass go, man. It's painful to even say it. Like, man, I gotta wash my hands of my son. 9 times out of 10 business. It'd be about 50-50 now these days. I gotta wash my hands of my child. That shit hurts to even fathom that.
Right.
But sometimes it may come to that shit because the only thing that's happening is you keep trying to prove to your kid that you love them, you love them, you love them.
Mm-hmm.
They know that shit now. They might not act like they know it, but in the back of their mind they know it because who they keep calling to get them out of trouble? You. And then you keep trying to prove to them why you love them because they keep telling me you don't never do nothing for me. The fuck, nigga? You got a whole fucking you riding around with responsibilities that you can't even afford, and due to the fact you can't afford your responsibilities, you living under my roof. You got enough money to get your own shit, but you done got in debt to the point where you can't. So you living under my roof now. You know what I'm saying? I don't owe you shit. I don't have to let you live here. Mm-hmm. Like if you sell that car, you got enough to go get your own spot. Mm-hmm. But that's what so I'm allowing you to live here, even though you're making stupid decisions as a grown ass man. Shit that I told you don't do.
Right.
Teenagers, man, I don't understand where this. Like I said in the beginning, I don't know where the whole you owe me shit come from. They don't owe you a bitch ass thing. They owe you shit for what? What you do? What did you? Matter of fact, here's the perfect question to ask. What did you do for them at all? Let's just say that they didn't show you the love you feel like you expected or deserved. What did you do for them? You know what I'm talking about? Because they still fed your ass. You a grown man. They had to buy school supplies for your ass. I'm talking about bare minimum shit. They had to buy your clothes. Yeah. And they had to have you somewhere to stay. So they did them 4 things. Give me one that you did for them if they didn't give a fuck about you.
Right. This me. I'm a teenager. I just got finished talking to my homeboy. Say, man, that ain't good shit. Like we were saying, nigga ain't asked to be here. We should end this motherfucker right there on that shit.
It's all shits and giggles.
To somebody.
Giggles and shits.